inside the 20. Here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
On for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll start with a give to Kamara. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right?
Mixon hit, the ball is out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine, because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now if they're not taking care of the ball better.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Complete.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, he's got Herndon, his tight end.
Darnold's pass.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
6 yards attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, and they got settling for 3.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Saints again ready to go on offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2.
Bring from the gun. Winston. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
That's good.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
The first down throw for Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Again, it's Winston. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Joe Mixon on the carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 41, Winston, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Winston. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Call it no gain there on the first down play.
Taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold, throw complete to Herndon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
And the Jets.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Now, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On second down, Mixon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's sacked back around the 28. Larry Ogunjobi able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
Jets 3.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for them, they did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Darnold now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time.
Put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
1st and 10. That's
on 1st and 10, Winston. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Now Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
New York ready to go again offensively. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. Oh, this ball's tipped and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. It in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you. Are you dipping the shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Winston got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
He was brought down.
A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mixon. And he stopped immediately there.
Joe Mixon on the carry.
In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and...
Throwing on 2nd down. Winston gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And that's going to be another first as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Jameis now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one, and another first down.
It's 2nd and inches.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. It's caught at the 7-yard line. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. And that's going to be caught. Oh, a one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown.
Good job.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Crowder on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10. At their own 24.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Second and 2 at the 32-yard line.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
Brings up
2nd and 10. Darnold. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Darnold's pass.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Third down.
Darnold from the gun. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Line of scrimmage of 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. And down he goes. They sack it back right around the 41-yard line. Cameron
5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
Darnold.
It's a gain of 5. Now they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Intended for Chris Herndon. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
17. Jets 3.
Time again to see Jameis Winston in this Saints offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles about the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Winston now from the 50. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the
first down. Winston. That's caught. The tight end Hill. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
Winston's pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. That one complete to Hill. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. Jameis again. And taken down at the 21. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
For the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
The score is Saints 20, Jets 3.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. Chris Godwin, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at U.S. Bank Stadium. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Lions. In our game has been Jameis Winston, who's been on target in the first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will make it into the end zone, and we will not see a run back here from Harris. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And now look at him go. Touchdown, New Orleans. touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A 10th carry for Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the point down.
Here's the Jets punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to try to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
New York set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives are going to matter. They got to make some moves.
4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try.
For the field goal, a 32-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
7, Jets 6.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. A solid first half for him, and so far a good start to the second half.
And I'm going to try not to go overboard with praise here, but I can't help it. He is playing so well. Really accurate with the ball, finding guys open downfield, and finding the end zone 3 times. That'll help offset the 1 interception.
Absolutely. Just that 1 pick with the 3 touchdowns so far. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and
2. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now Winston, he will keep it.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. To throw is Winston. The Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Quentin Williams
able to record his 5th sack of the season. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Darnold now to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the interception, Winston. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as contact as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On 3rd down, Winston gets this one to Hill. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further.
6-30. Jets 6.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And they'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
4-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd.
They run it again with Kamara. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Brought down by Khalil.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Down at the 42.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And that'll be incomplete.
Darnold
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Chris Harris on the coverage.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one opened downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the first down. Well done all the way around.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Kamara on the carry.
Demario Davis there on the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw, Darnold. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 28. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
A first down throw, Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route.
Darnold's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold caught by his tight end, Wesco. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Roughing the passer defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. The penalty is a result of that hit there.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
To the air again, Darnold. He lost the football. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
The score is Saints 30.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
Joe Mixon, the ball
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
They need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
On the carry.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Brings up
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. That catch good for only a couple.
Alvin Kamara. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Darnold from the gun. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
On the throwaway.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tackle his mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Darnold to throw again. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Jets.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Kamara, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Alvin Kamara, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space. But how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pads?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 20. Winston. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.